President Trump spending his 100th day in office in Michigan. It marks his first time in the Mitten State since flipping it red in November.
We've just gotten started. You haven't even seen anything yet.
President Trump touting his economic policies at Macomb Community College. He claims tariffs launched on trade partners put Michigan first.
You finally have a champion for workers in the White House, and instead of putting China first, I'm putting Michigan first.
And President Trump landed at Selfridge Air National Guard Base this afternoon. And let me tell you, folks, seeing Air Force One flying overhead is something a lot of people on the ground hadn't experienced before. After his arrival, the president spent some time at the base before he headed over to Macomb Community College for his rally. The president kicked off the day with a big announcement for Michigan's auto industry.
That's right. The president signing an executive order to modify auto tariffs aiming to boost domestic production. And now domestic car makers can get reimbursements when they import parts.
This is huge. And after that, he headed over to Selfridge Air Base, where he announced a new series of fighter jets he'll be calling the base home. This follows a meeting he had with Governor Gretchen Whitmer earlier this month, and we'll have reaction from her in just a few moments.
But first, the president wrapped up his trip with a rally at Macomb Community College celebrating his first 100 days in office. I was at tonight's rally in Warren. The president's message: jobs, tariffs, and what he calls a new golden age for America.
And we're here tonight in the heartland of our nation to celebrate the most successful first 100 days of any administration in the history of our country.
A packed house at Macomb Community College in Warren, where the president declared his second term is off to an historic start.
He was willing to go through hell, are you kidding me, in order to run again and have the greatest political comeback of all time.
The president promising a wave of new automotive jobs in Michigan, saying his tariffs and tax policies deserve the credit.
I've already proudly imposed a 25% tariff on all foreign automobiles, any foreign car, like they do to us. This is going to create more jobs in this state and this country.
He also touted a secure southern border and increases in deportations. But when it comes to real life for Michiganders, unemployment is up, economic uncertainty looms, and the auto industry has been rattled due to tariffs.
There's a couple of things that are pain points. What do you say to people that are worried?
It's called ripping off the Band-Aid, and the whole thing with the tariffs, there's so many countries that have been screwing us over for so many years. This is what we need to do to make America strong again.
The president ending with a nod to the state that helped him win the presidency, again promising that Michigan will help lead a national comeback.
Our golden age has only just begun.
Trump, keep up the good work. You're doing an excellent job. Stay strong, stay positive, and just keep up the good work.
Other talking points by the president included banning paper straws, ending U.S. aid abroad, and reversing Biden-era policies on climate. The president will now focus on pushing economic results ahead of the 2026 midterms.
Meanwhile, several opposition groups held a protest in Roseville tonight near Hayes and 12 Mile. They wanted to shed light on what organizers are calling the disruption and hardship caused by Trump's first 100 days in office.
The first 100 days do not surprise me, but they do disappoint me. And I think that there's been some irreparable damage that it's going to take a long time to try to figure out how to bounce back from.
Whether it's gutting things like cancer research, whether it's shredding our Constitution and deporting people for simply signing their name to an op-ed, this is not American, and we could do so much better. And I think people are here because they recognize that it's our democracy, we've got to fight back, but it's also about what we fight for.
And among the groups participating were Macomb Defenders Rising, Friends of Bernie Sanders, and the Michigan League of Conservation Voters, just to name a few. Before President Trump spoke to a crowd of his supporters at Macomb Community College, he made a huge announcement in Harrison Township at Selfridge Air National Guard Base. The base will receive 21 new F-15EX Eagle II fighter jets, replacing the aging A-10 Warthogs. The president says the move will secure the base's future and protect jobs, military families, and Michigan's defense industry. And in a show of bipartisanship, the president thanked Governor Whitmer for coming to the White House earlier this month and advocating for Selfridge. And I spoke to Governor Whitmer earlier today about the announcement. Governor, thanks so much for joining us. You pushed for this mission. How did it come together? Specifically, how did you and President Trump work together on this that might surprise some people?
I've been advocating for this for a while. I'm grateful that they actually drilled down on it, investigated, saw that we had a compelling case to make, and that made this culminated in this announcement today. You know, I know a lot of people are surprised considering the relationship and the struggles and all the differences that we continue to have, and yet I was able to get the president's ear, get them to focus on this, and he came today to make this announcement, and it was a big team effort.
Well, what does saving Selfridge mean for Michigan's role in national defense?
Well, you know, national defense is so crucial, and there's got to be a lot more investment as we see all of the challenges globally. We know that Michigan has needs to have a prominent role in that. We are the hub of advanced manufacturing. We have airspace unlike any other state. We have all domain fighting capabilities in Camp Grayling and Alpena and Battle Creek. And so we've really built up an aerospace economy as well as a defense economy in Michigan. And so all of that kind of goes around, you know, gravitates around Selfridge. And that's why recapitalizing has been such an important priority.
How soon do you think families in Macomb County and the state of Michigan start to feel the impact from what we heard today?
I think immediately. You know, there were people that were seeing the retirement of the A-10 and no recapitalization that were already making decisions about where else to invest. So now that we can see longevity and cutting edge technology, I think people will feel it in the short term, but certainly as the aircraft gets to Michigan, as we gear up for it, we'll continue to see additional activity.
And we do thank the governor for speaking with us and taking time to talk to our viewers. That was just a portion of our conversation from earlier today. To hear more, including about what Governor Whitmer's current relationship is with the president and what she thinks about that, just head over to our website, click on Detroit.com.